Monday is expected to be the biggest day yet in the Corrine Brown corruption trial. News 4 Jax has learned Carla Wiley will take the stand. She ran One Door for Education. Prosecutors say Brown used that bogus charity to live a lavish lifestyle. This is a sketch of Brown in court today when a number of high-profile donors took the stand, testifying that they believe their donations would be used to help children. We have multiple crews covering this story. We begin with Channel 4's Jim Piggott, who listened to today's testimony. Jim.
You know, legal experts are telling us this was the worst day for Corrine Brown. But as you mentioned, Tom, Monday could be even worse when Carla Wiley takes the stand. But today we heard from others, those donors, who basically said they were lied to by Brown or her staff. More money, more checks, and a private jet that was donated, but the former Congresswoman should have never been allowed the private plane ride. More problems for Congresswoman Corrine Brown and her defense to explain to jurors. Friday's testimony saw the government parading donor after donor before the jury. All testified it was Corrine Brown who asked for the donations. Big money, they say, that wouldn't have been given if they'd known it wasn't going to help kids. One of those who testified is the current chairman of the Democratic Party, Steve Patel. He told jurors he cut a $5,000 check to One Door. He also paid more than $11 grand for One Door to use a private jet for a fundraiser. Turns out it was a jet from Jax to D.C. for a Jaguars game. He told jurors he had no idea Brown herself would hitch a ride on the plane. I asked him about all of this as he walked out of court. There were people that made donations expecting this, that they thought was going to help the party to help kids, and it didn't happen. What would you tell them?
There's a judge and jury that is the trier of fact in this case, and we have a great judicial system in our country, and hopefully they will find the truth. I was focused on the questions and tried to give them most honest answers I could.
This is a black eye for the Democratic Party.
This is a disappointing circumstance.
Car dealership owner Jack Hanania also donated $7,000 to One Door and testified to that today. He was also on that plane for the Jags game, along with his family. We tried talking to him after his testimony, but today he had nothing to say. But attorney Steve Piggott, who donated millions to charitable causes and is a supporter of Brown, did have something to say. He testified that he wouldn't have given $15,000 to One Door if he had known that it wasn't going directly to kids. I asked him how this will affect other donations to education.
We've given lots of money to help disadvantaged students with their education. I really don't think the private contributions should be the ones. I think the government and public money should provide all the money needed for the advantage of disadvantaged, or the education of disadvantaged students.
And we'll be hearing a lot more about that on Monday at 9 o'clock when Carla Wiley takes the stand talking about those scholarships, donations, or the lack of scholarships. We're live at the federal courthouse. Jim Piggott, Channel 4, the local station.
Thank you, Jim. And I-Team investigator Lindsey Gardner looked into the testimony that the former Congresswoman broke the law when she flew on that private jet.
The government told the jury in opening statements Brown had an attitude of significant entitlement. And our legal experts tell me this testimony today seemed to prove that. During our courtroom roundtable on News 4 Jax at 4, our legal panel said today was the worst day so far for the former lawmaker, highlighted by testimony that Corrine Brown enjoyed gifts that she shouldn't have, like a ride on a private jet while raising money for the bogus charity. Is that illegal?
Absolutely, and she's not the only congressman who is in trouble for this. A congressperson cannot take a private plane of a donor on a trip. They have to take a United flight, they have to take a Delta flight, they have to go on a commercial airline because, once again, it's a gift. It is receiving a benefit for something. It's potentially going to be used to curry favor, so it's something that is not supposed to be done, and it's easily another issue that the government is using exactly that to show entitlement, that she felt like she should get these things.
We certainly know that Congresswoman, I'm sure, made some unwise decisions. But I do think that the defense's perspective is going to make sure that it's clear that her purpose, her intent was to benefit others. And if she can wind that back up to those purposes, then I think that the juror will be, less prone to pay attention to why she was on this plane.
Also, this coming Monday, we know the government will call Brown's tax preparer to the stand. Testimony the government believes will prove she was purposefully cheating taxpayers. In the studio, Lindsay Gardner, Channel 4, the local station.